Forbes gets slammed because 99% of innovators are only men. Hello everyone, this is Mr. Obvious, bringing you the obvious. And today, on dailymail.co.uk, you should be ashamed. Forbes is slammed after releasing a list of 100 most innovative leaders that features just one woman, who is represented with the stock image of a man. So, this story's pretty obvious, isn't it? Which is why I'm covering it. They released a list of the most innovative leaders, analyzing data and using scientific methods. And the list just so happened to have 99% men. Because, well, the truth is, most innovators are men. Who would have thunk it? That's insane. People, feminists, can't handle it. They can't handle it. The women's can't handle the truth. It's the truth. The publication released a list ranking the most innovative American CEOs. In the list, released Friday, it included 99 men and 1 female. Raw CEO Barbara Rentler, who didn't even get a picture in the publication. Now, this is a really stupid point to contest because maybe they didn't have a photo. Backlash ensued on Twitter. Oh, so it literally doesn't matter at all. Forbes claimed its methodology to pick CEOs came from data, but people accuse it of falling into gender bias. Well, I guess reality has a gender bias. The worst part of this is the publication apologized and called its methodology flawed. How cucked can you get? Never please these feminists and never apologize. Now, before we look at this story, monetization on my account has been disabled. That means my channel gets no ads whatsoever. Therefore, I do this plug in place of it. You can join me on Patreon or Subscribestar for as low as $1. If you want to, it is greatly appreciated. Sharing videos you enjoy also helps. Now, here we go. This article is by Daniela Zuller, and this is FemMail, the more stupid Daily Mail. The feminist part of Daily Mail. Let's see. Forbes has released a list of America's most innovative leaders, with only one of them being a woman, and it quickly sparked backlash online, forcing the publication to admit it blew it with the article. Imagine being forced to say, "We blew it, I'm sorry, blah, blah, blah." Never apologize to these cucks. Never apologize to these feminists. Ever. Because they're wrong. Because if there were female innovative leaders, they would have made this list. Too bad. So sad. The controversial list was published online Friday, naming 99 men, so 99%, such as tech CEOs Jeff Bezos and Elon Musk as innovative leaders. One problem with the list was the lone female at spot 75, raw CEO Barbara Rentler, who didn't even get a picture in the publication. So what? Maybe they didn't have a picture. Who cares? At least she made the list. She must have been the only woman out there that was good enough. Well, so what are you going to tell me? Oh, what about the female CEOs? What about the female CEO who ran Yahoo? What about the female CEO who runs YouTube? Both of them are terrible at their jobs. Bleeding money. Getting people deplatformed. Yahoo is just, oof. That company's been bleeding money for years. It's dying. YouTube bleeds money on default, and probably is under its worst management ever. Backlash ensued, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so here's a picture of the list. They call it problematic. Forbes released a list ranking America's most innovative leaders on Friday. And here's some pictures. But Barbara didn't get a picture. They said, the picture's on the website. Why didn't you get it? Well, maybe they didn't know. Maybe they were at the deadline. Maybe they just didn't care. No one would do this on purpose. Especially in this day and age. Investment collective company #Angels shared the Forbes list on its Twitter page and called it an embarrassment. No, you're an embarrassment. Feminists are an embarrassment. And honestly, I'm going to say it. A lot of women out there are an embarrassment. A lot of men out there are an embarrassment. But here's the thing. Men and women are different. Men and women are built different, and men and women want different things. Most women do not want to be CEOs. The lifestyle, working in and out, never ever stopping, never having time for a family. Most women do not want this. Most women do not choose this. And most women aren't interested in innovation so much as, well, other things. It's biology. It's reality. Women have an important job to raise families, to nurture men. And without women to back them, a lot of men out there would not be as motivated. True, it's not necessary. But at the same time, everyone has their role to play. And have you ever noticed how when women are always trying to shame you? Oh, you're single? He must be a loser. Oh, you're this? You must be X. It's always an insult. It's always shaming. That's their tactic. They try to make you feel bad because women are weak. They can't take us physically, so they try to take us emotionally. When they can't affect your emotions, well, you, my friend, become an iron fortress. This is embarrassing at Forbes. One woman on a list of 100 most innovative leaders. Hello? Maybe that's because it's the truth. I don't see you innovating. I just see you complaining. You could make it on a top 100 list for bitching. The methodology limiting leaders to U.S. CEOs of 10 billion market cap cause weighting media perception of social following just compounds existing biases. Do better, Forbes. Shut the fuck up. Shut up. Shut your stupid mouth. You do better. You do better. Become a top-tier CEO. Innovate. Oh, wait. You can't, can you? Forbes claimed its list was not compiled by a group of editors sitting in a room. Instead, the publication explained it was created by ranking CEOs with a greater than 10 billion market value of the company's innovation premium. Also, the publication took into account the CEO's performance and their reputation in the media. We believe that a leader's ability to successfully drive innovation largely boils down to something we call innovation capital, a multifaceted set of characteristics that allows a leader to acquire and effectively deploy the human and financial resources required to take a risky and novel idea and turn it into an innovation with impact, Forbes explained in an article shared after the list. Critics, though, pointed out that these sets of data points should raise red flags for the staff at Forbes about the gender bias prevalent in America among CEOs. There's no bias. There's the truth. Most female CEOs that I've seen drove their companies into the ground. Really makes you wonder. Now, I'm not saying there's no good female CEOs. I'm sure there are. But like I said, most women do not care about becoming CEO or the sacrifices it entails. Women are on a biological clock. They can only do so much. Currently, women represent only 5% of the CEOs in the S&P 500, which makes their chances of making a list with these specific characteristics slim. Well, whose fault is that? You want to blame men, for being built to evolve, fight, hunt, to achieve, to protect, to provide? It's so stupid. Women have different drives. Sure, I'm sure some of them want to be more like men, but most of them are happy being women. Why is that a crime? Why do you want to force people into misery? Feminism's so stupid. These people are so stupid. At first I thought maybe they had a men's and women's list. Nextdoor CEO Sarah Fryer tweeted following the release of the ranking, well, maybe you should get good and stop being a loser. Stop being weak. Be innovative. You can do it too. Right? Right. I'll be waiting. Another person wrote, so grateful to @Forbes for finding 1 woman and 99 men. Sarcasm. Women must certainly be missing the innovative gene and their little non-innovative brain and all. Okay, bitch. Where's your innovation? Show me. See, isn't it amazing that the people whining about this are people who never really accomplished anything great in their lives because they never had that drive and they were never willing to sacrifice, never willing to put in the work? These are the people bitching, and they all wear makeup, they all take photo ops, they all do things that women do. Isn't it funny? Isn't it funny how if you just observe reality with no biases, somehow the truth becomes clear and you can see through people like an open book? Perhaps one of the most scathing reviews towards the list came from journalist, oh, so a loser, Moria Forbes, publisher of Forbes Women, and great-granddaughter of B.C. Forbes, who founded the publication. I don't give a shit about Forbes Women, and nobody else does either. As someone who has dedicated her career to breaking down systemic barriers for women at all levels, I was too disheartened when I read our list of America's most innovative leaders, she wrote in a tweet. Go fuck yourself. Go! Just go! I can't take this. I'm gonna lose my mind listening to these women. I guess some things never change. There's no barriers for women. In fact, women have too many privileges now. Way too many. They get treated way too nice. They get way too many excuses. Enough is enough. You want to be a man? Do it. Be a man. No help for you. No help for you. CEO of YouTube, F off. She's terrible at her job. She's horrible at her job. She's single-handedly destroying everything that makes YouTube. She does not deserve to be on this list at all. She got a job through nepotism, first of all. The worst part is that they apologized Never apologize to these losers. Never apologize to these underachievers. Bullshit. I can't believe... No. People online had their own suggested of women they believed deserved a spot. No. I'm sure none of them do, especially not Susan. Now down in the comments we find Sanity. Bunch of crazy says, shame on them. They should know better than to tell the truth. It hurts people's feelings. Steven says, well, what if all the innovators are men? Thriller in Manila says, they used to call it Killa in Manila. That's the proper one. If you can call destroying jobs, destroying businesses, destroying communities, and high streets innovative while becoming the richest man on earth and doing nothing for humanitarian causes, then yes, I suppose Bezos is innovative. Oh, what a bleeding heart. What a bleeding heart. I personally think Bezos is dangerous, and I also think that Amazon is dangerous. But I could care less about humanitarian causes. Go F yourself. I don't see you doing anything. See, that's my biggest complaint. For both men and women who bitch and bitch. Do it yourself. Do it yourself or shut up. Mert says everything is not about gender. I understand there's discrimination. No, there's not. But making everything it is ridiculous. TCB says, and we'll finish off with this. So no one presented any female candidates to add to this list. Maybe Elizabeth Holmes. No, that won't work. Maybe that is the real issue. No one can come up with any women to make the list. So what do we do about that? Complain and whine until the rules are changed when you can't win fair and square? Fact is, Forbes had to limit the criteria for their search, so rules had to be put in place. I'll bet under these rules, they were hard-pressed to fill in 100 slots anyway. And I'll bet that if anyone goes through this list, they will find that many of the guys were just in the right place at the right time. And how best to judge innovation than in the money it brought in. So, that's pretty much the story. I agree with that guy. But this is reality. There was nothing wrong with this list. And these women complaining are only complaining because they're mad, even though they refuse to do the hard work themselves. But that's merely the obvious. Well, that's all for now, folks. What do you think about this story? It had me heated. Be sure to let me know. As always, you can join me on Patreon and Subscribestar. There are different tiers. Doing so gets you access to Fight Club. And there's also PayPal and Bitcoin options. Be sure to follow me on social media, as well as BitChute. You gotta follow me there. Follow me there. Anyways, I think I'm done. As always, thanks for watching. This has been Mr. Obvious, and I'll see you all next time.